Talking about diet, well, what do you do that makes, I'm 100% sure from what you're saying, that you do pay some attention to diet. And what is it that works for you, knowing that you're going to run next week? Do you start changing your diet and getting it down to what you require? Or is it something that you just, I don't know?
I consume sugary things, but I don't consume a lot of them. So what happens is when it gets close to race day, I just take into account the things that would make my stomach react.
Do you have a breakfast ritual for the day that you're going to run?
Yes, I normally have either like a meal replacement type shake and a cereal combined, and it's really. So the solids would be the cereals. Again, you want something, for me personally, remember we're talking about personal preference, I make sure that it's something that's easy to digest and that it's low GI in that it breaks down progressively. Not going to get my blood sugar going all over the show. I don't do energy drinks and things like that before races. Nothing, no.
I don't believe in energy drinks at all.
Yeah?
I just think that they're a bunch of sugar.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think Professor Timnox has made me slightly anti-sugar.
Okay.
I don't know,
Yeah, so I have the normal breakfast because at the end of the day, it's your body's got to, outside of the race, it's the regular 24 hours. So doing anything spectacular on a day, it's not going to define you. So any routine that you want to start, build it up 2 weeks prior, get your body used to it, make sure that your body digests it all, make sure that you're not going to need the toilet during your runs.
That's a difficult thing. You know, when I fly, I need to make sure that I am close to the toilet, that I no longer sit at window seats, because I will wake people up at 3 in the morning and 3:30 and 3:45 again. So that's a problem. So I always wondered about that. How do you guys cope with that? Because I mean, running with the catheter is not going to work.
No. So I've become, those who know me from the running scene, as of late, I've become a serial offender of having to find a toilet during races lately. And it's just purely because of just not having done the races so often, you lose that respect for routine. So now getting close toward the end of the year, I'll just keep the eating as per normal.
So you're definitely not going to park off along the side of a tree and decide to have a portable toilet that just shot up there.
At Comrades, you see the most bizarre things. People make a plan.
I've heard a lot of things.
People make a plan. Like, I mean,
I'm sure the vegetation requires some fertilization, but I mean, but the courtesy of the Comrades, I'm not sure.
Yeah, for sure. Most races cater for the lose. You know, like if you need to go, things like that. But again, at the end of the day, if you've got to go, you've got to go. Like that's a
pit stop kind of loo that they need to develop for you guys, that you can still be on the move and go to the loo.
Like in motion. Just keep going.
Toilet in motion. Do you know that it was World Toilet Day this week, which is interesting? I never knew that you get a World Toilet Day.
Well, I'm sure I went to the toilet on that day, so I supported it indirectly. So,
which is your support.
Yeah.
But what you did there was probably the question. That's, I think, this is the type of support that you offer.
Oh, yes.
No, that's the important thing.
May have been disregarded there, yeah?
Of course.
May have been exploited, yeah?
Yusri,
yes.
A lot of people watching the show. Your motivation to some people, why? In summary, they should get out of there and start running.
I think immediately look at the benefits.
Let me just clear my position.
Okay.
My position as a talk show is to bring you guys the message. It does. Whatever I do in my personal life is no reflection of anything. I'm just bringing you the message.
Okay.
Right?
So
don't hold me to it.
This is not for you, this is for everybody else. Okay, I see what you're doing. Look, if you think about it this way, if you are wanting to, if we're thinking on the longevity front, we've got to be the greatest example as possible for our future generations, you know, and the best way to do that is a healthier life equals a better life. So if you start off simple, you get some accountability, and you just start small, and as you do things, as you achieve your own greatness, you allow other people to believe what's possible. And if someone as a parent becomes that example for their children and just shows them that it's active and shows them that it's actually fun. Get them out there, get the family together. It's a great way to get the family together. It's a great way to get communities together. And all you've got to do, you've got to ask don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, I mean, Faizal, you're asking all these questions to me, and everyone has got to feel comfortable with being able to ask how do I get from point A to point B? How is it, if something feels wrong, how does it get better? You know?
Yusri, thank you for coming into the show. It's time for us to run.
Absolute pleasure.
And we'll chat soon.
Definitely.
Nice having you. Thank you for the motivation.
Perfect.
Well, it appears that it's about taking one step at a time. And really, literally and figuratively, it's one step at a time. So I think, as Yusri mentioned, if you want to get into running, I think the first point is to get up from the couch watching this program now and start. And that's the first thing. Get up and start moving. And it's one step. Set your goals. And I know that when you set goals, the smart way to set goals is to set limited goals that are achievable and then increase that as you go along. Until next time, goodbye.